Hey friends, it's your boy Charles here from the Old Nerd Reviews Wyoming YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about why I collect and why I started this YouTube channel. I am a 45-year-old musician, mostly on the local scene, and about 15 years ago, I was forced out of the workforce due to a work injury and a botched surgery. With being permanently disabled came depression and frustration and, yes, ideation of harming myself. And through faith, therapy, and hobbies, I learned how to balance um, those negative thoughts and the frustration of an ever decreasing body and mobility. My mobility is going to get worse. I'm in 24/7 pain that is going to get worse. But thankfully, I've developed mechanisms to get me through the hardest times. And that is where collecting comes in. Um, Before I got injured, I used to work 40 hours a week, band rehearsals with, multiple bands, playing gigs every weekend, and I went from doing that to, you know, not being able to take care of myself around the house. Not being able to prepare meals that I would like, not being able to consistently walk across the living room, and I needed something to fill that time, that void, and I was really into gaming, and I went to a GameStop one time, and it was funny. I looked in a discount bin, and I saw a whole bunch of action figures, and my nephew was with me, and I said to him, "Man, look at all that nerd shit, man." And he knows I'm a wrestling fan, so he pulls out an action figure of Brock Lesnar. He's like, "Look at this one, it's on sale." Well, yeah, it's discounted. I like Brock Lesnar. And I took it home, I hung it up, and the feeling it gave me of, kind of going back to childhood and remembering those old LJN figures I used to play with. It brought back nostalgia, and I got into watching a lot of YouTube videos on collecting, and it just seemed so fun, so free, and I learned that it's not just about buying the little plastic men and women. No, it's about the hunt. It's about the connection with other collectors. And that one action figure turned to a living room full and bedroom full of action figures of all sorts. And that is what got me into comics. When I would really get down in my depression, I would go right around and do an action figure hunt. I'm not even looking to spend money, just to get out of the house and browse. And I passed by a store and I thought I saw some action figures on the back wall. They were Funkos, but they were actually a comic book store. And the people there were so cool, I just got to talking to them. And as I was looking around the comic books, I'm like, yeah, this looks kind of interesting. I like the art, and I was like, let me buy this one. And I bought a couple of issues of Black Dynamite. And, I discovered the joy of comics, the escapism of comics. And from there, I got into back issues, most of them Dynamite Comics, Vampirella, Red Sonja, Jennifer Blood. Um, then from there, I got into some more mainstream stuff from DC, Marvel, and when as the store was expanding, they got into selling brand new comics, and so I got subscribed to a lot of stuff, and I've been hooked ever since. And right now, my collection of comics is probably well over 2,000. probably action figures, quite a few, probably about 500 or so. And, I am a big part of this great collector community on Instagram and on Reddit. That days when my physical limitations leave me here in this chair, I can pick up my tablet and I can connect with other collectors. I can browse the new action figures. I can try to find that one grail, at a good price. And another thing that it gave me too was, I got to see myself in a lot of ways in comics, be it something that appeals to the jazz musician in me when I read Deep Cuts, or when I read the first series of the Joker from the the Joker series from a couple years ago, and there was a flashback scene of Barbara Gordon after her injury and the frustration she had, trying to adjust to using a wheelchair and trying to adjust to this new reality, and how well that was written, that spoke to me and what I was going through. And she became, even though fictional, something that I could relate to and see myself in. And, I love her story of how she overcomes, her disabilities in a real way and gets out there and kicks ass. And, another part of being disabled is, it's overlooked, is some days I can walk around while in pain and still look normal. Some days I need help getting from here to there, and I literally have to crawl or use my walker to get anything accomplished. And when it showed that in the comic in a very real way. And so those are the reasons why I started collecting. And I'm gonna be real with you. I know that this toy/comic book space is congested on YouTube, but I am not looking to be the big guy in town. I see my channel as the local corner store, with the guy that doesn't have a uniform on. He's just behind the counter being himself, and he knows you by name, and he greets you every time you walk in the store. And the fact that I have 79 followers as of right now, 79 subscribers, it's really puts me over the moon with gratitude. And I'm excited to keep making content. So anyway, that is my story. And if you like it, subscribe, like, and most importantly, keep buying them action figures, keep reading them books, and I am out.